On third. Oh, yeah, last one.
You gotta make sure. We live, baby. Oh yeah. Yeah. Live and direct. Yep. We got the studio looking good.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got the studio looking good, man. Oh yeah.
Like I said, boy, this is the first show on the road.
Yeah.
Nah, we doing it, boy.
So you can pull up and set it up.
Trying to get plenty more of these.
Man, better believe it, man.
Live from Bama backyard.
Yeah. Live from Bama on the road.
See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
This is a special edition.
It's a special.
Yeah, special edition.
Live ATL shouted, man. Yeah, I already know. What I do, man.
Live show since 85 South.
Right.
We fuck with. Shout out to the 85 South, man. We fuck
Shout
with them
them out.
boys, man. They got down. They going hard, man.
Oh yeah.
I still watched. I had to watch that David Bounder episode over.
Oh yeah.
That
Oh,
man
yeah.
deep.
Realist.
That man
Oh, yeah.
deep, man. That man deep. About the best episode. Anyway, I heard since the Pimp C. I don't want to speak too loud. I forgot I'm in Atlanta. I can't talk about the Pimp C.
Man, look.
I can't talk about the Pimp C.
Yeah, he's one of the realest though.
Yeah, but I said, when I step off the plane, what time am I in? What time does it say?
No, for real.
I said, well, hey, nah,
In
man.
the place to be, man.
Yeah.
The place to be.
What's up?
You ready?
That's on you, big dog.
They gonna start the show.
Oh, yeah, man. We live from
bro.
Bama Backyard. This is a special edition.
Special edition.
Straight out of ATL, man. We at Icon Studio, man. I am Hackett and my co-host.
DJ Snoop.
Man, we got a special guest, man. It's a long time
Who
coming.
we got? Who
Come
we
on,
got?
man.
Long time
man.
coming, man. One of ATL's finest, man. HBCU, Morehouse graduate.
Morehouse?
There we go.
Represent for the
There we go.
HBCUs, man.
Come on, man.
Educated young light-skinned brother.
Young Malcolm X.
Hey, Come on,
For real, man.
Come on, man.
Poetry on the mic, man.
Man, you know it, man.
You don't even know it, but he be talking your girl about her drawers by
Hey,
rapping.
man.
What you talking about? Smooth operator, Versatile. We got Rennie on one.
Winnie on the one.
Come on, man. Hype up, man. One time, man. Yeah, man. It's a pleasure to be here, man.
No, it's a pleasure for us to be here.
Yeah.
In your presence, man. This is your stomping ground right here.
Yeah,
Icon
man.
Studio, man.
Icon Studio.
man.
Right in the heart of downtown Atlanta, man.
ATL,
Yeah,
shout
man.
ATL, shout it.
Man, tell them folks, man. Give them a little background on you, man. How you started off.
Man, you know, my pops being a DJ.
Capricorn kid.
Capricorn kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, just the influence, man. Just being around that music and
Yeah.
learning to DJ first.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
before even rapping or anything,
That's-
just loving music.
That's why I say you gotta love the music before you get into
Yeah,
it.
it's,
man.
it's
yeah.
like a requirement.
Yeah, it is.
So before you can even try to do your own, and start doing poetry, start writing, and it was up from there. I remember fooling around with y'all on the Fruity Loops, you know,
Yeah.
and that kind of set the standard moving forward. I was trying to make my beats now,
Yeah.
you know, start making my beats, start recording my own stuff. And I didn't get to the point where I was making money until some of my friends was like, I want a beat.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to record my music. And I was just doing it because I was trying to make my music.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, oh, you making money off of this. So it was a way to still make money in music as if I was working a regular 9-to-5 job and
Correct.
still keep that same type of lifestyle, but still be in music to where when I was working a regular corporate job, I was working somewhere else, I was always like writing music on my break. Or like when I'm in the, you know what I'm saying, on the way to work, I'm always
Yeah.
writing and I be like, man, I wish I could record this.
Man.
But now I'm in the environment like
All
Okay,
the
when I
time.
get off, I can hit the yo.
Oh,
I
yeah.
can make a beat, or I could network with somebody, cause you know this the spot. It's the place to be.
Got to.
You know, so
And it's always good to everybody wants to work somewhere that they love, like
Yeah.
they love doing.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people step out to the careers that they wanted, from like doing nails. I love doing hair. I'm gonna do hair.
Yeah.
Like I say, I
Yeah.
enjoy doing this, and
Yeah.
I'm making money. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
at the
You
same
always
time.
you always want that in life, man.
Instead of going to a job that
Be-
you forced
miserable.
into.
Yeah, just there to
Don't
be
even
there,
like
just collect a check.
And when you like if you go to the fast food place, you always be like, man, I'm getting a bad service. This person got a bad attitude and all this. It's because they don't want to work there.
Yeah, they don't want to be there.
You know, so
They
when
just
you don't want to be there, you're not putting your best foot forward.
Yep, they
But
just
if
wanna
you
be there.
love what you're doing, they always gonna get the best service from you. You always gonna have the best input, and then after a while, it ain't gonna matter about the money. The money gonna be there.
Yeah, you gotta get a lot of
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A workers around
Yep.
this world. That's all we need. We need a lot of Chick-fil-A's out here, man. Cause I have yet. And if I ever get bad customer service down, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna think the world coming to an end.
Man, I used to work for Chick-fil-A.
See,
Oh, for real?
see, that's
Yeah,
why
man.
you so humble, man.
Yeah,
See,
man.
so
You got the
somebody-
shirt on.
Man, look right. Hey man, this my Don Juan. This my Don Juan right here, man. You know, let's switch it up right quick. Yeah, man, Mogulin training, man. You know it. You know it.
That was up there, man. What was your first song you made, man?
Oh
Do
man.
you remember the first track you actually laid down? Not the one you wrote, but the one you actually put on CD, tape, karaoke machine, however you did it. Cause we used to do it. We used to throw the microphone over the fan and get the karaoke machine, put the tapes in, and we record like that.
What?
That's how we used to
Home
do it.
Alone?
Home Alone Studio. That's what we used to call it. Home Alone Studio.
Could be home alone.
Yeah. Ain't nothing but
Make a beat with his mouth.
Yeah. We
got
got
no
mic.
got the microphone. We throw the microphone over there so it can hang down. Go at it.
Oh
Play
man.
record on the karaoke machine with the tape. When them, we used to use other
Oh,
people's
yeah.
tape and just stick the little cotton in the end so
Yeah.
you can record over them. Man,
Yep.
do it. That's how you
I
do
think-
it.
That's how PC and the Pleasant Circle came out.
Classes, man.
Just the humble beginnings,
Got to,
just
man.
recording it however you can, just getting it out there.
Get it out the movie,
Oh, yeah.
man.
I think one of the first songs I actually recorded, not wrote, but recorded. You know, my pops, he had the fader, the whole DJ mixer.
Mhm.
So I had the instrumental running in on this side, and then I had my mic going in on that side.
Okay.
So I was burning tons of CDs. Like I'm talking about a whole spool. They gone at work, home alone. I'm down there fooling around. That's why he be like, man, like half my
Oh,
CDs
yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Then I done took them in another room because these are the bad CDs. They didn't make the cut.
Man,
But I remember doing funny enough, it was a freestyle to Headlines by Drake. I remember that was the first one I really put out there on Facebook and everything like that. And then after that, I started trying to make my own beats. I came out with this EP called 2012. 5 songs on it. Then I had a mixtape in high school. It was called More Than Just the Music. You know, my last name More. More Than Just the Music.
Creative.
That's good.
You
name.
know,
That's good name.
You know, and
That's
then
creative. I like that.
by the time I got to college, I dropped this one project called Social Color. You know, it was 15 tracks. That was a real big deal because I was a freshman in college. I started a whole movement behind that project. I had a showcase, community service events, all that
But
behind
light
that one.
skin
You already know.
You could just say we're enlightened people, you know, enlightened individuals. But no, man, it was a real dope scene. I thought I could have swapped my phone on silent. You know how it go.
Hey man,
that light skin movie.
Yeah. Do not disturb. But nah, man, it was ultimately great. Product of My Generation was the first.
Oh yeah.
That was the first CD that I
that's amazing.
so like that.
Oh, that's so amazing. I love it,
Man.
man. I got like I said, I had a copy of it, and I got a copy of dude that used to work with me at Raleigh, and he actually deep in the music. He like music, like he like new
Man.
music. He said, man, that shit hot, man. He said, your cuz got it. I said, yeah, I've been trying to push his light skin ass. Don't do this shit, man. He got the juice,
Step
man.
me up, man. One
He
step
got
at
the
a
juice,
time.
but he loved it. He said, man, hey, man, he said, man, for him not to be out there, he said, man, he must ain't running into the right people because he got it. He got it. He
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah,
And
love
speaking of that, well, how was that first show you did?
man. You talking about
We was at like it was at a jazz show or something. Yeah, I did.
Oh, you talking about when I did the Apollo? Or what you man? So I did the one of the first shows I did over at Morehouse. It was a talent show. They had instead of like the Apollo, like the one that be on TV and everything like that. But like I said, I was doing, you know, I had a scholarship for community service. So that way it came in. I had academic scholarships to places like, you know, Georgia Tech, to where I could do engineering, you know. But Morehouse came through with almost like a full ride to do community service.
Okay.
And I could still do engineering, you know. They had a program where you could do 3 years in Morehouse and 2 years at Georgia Tech. So that was the initial plan. Went over there. I did a show. I was doing a community service. We partnered with a program who put on the show. And they, long story short, I was supposed to be like a featured act, to where I wasn't a part of the competition.
Yeah.
I had one of my homies. He come out there before me.
Hold on, I know this nigga all the way wrong. How you say, "Long, I supposed to be in a feature"? That means you was, you know, being a contestant.
Yeah.
So the crowd didn't get the memo.
And so it was supposed, like, you know how you got a itinerary that was supposed to be like a break in between, and then they were supposed to come out and say, hey, you know, we giving back to the community, this is what we about, and we got to act for you. But the way stuff was going, you know, color people time,
ain't always
and then just show business, man. Like every show, I literally, every show that I've ever been a part of, any behind the scenes, acting, music, whatever, it's always something right before the show start.
Yeah.
That's why them folks behind the scenes get paid so much, because it's like, it's gonna mess up.
It's a lot of moving
but
pieces,
they can't know in the crowd. So, you know, my boy, he from Chicago, dreads hanging, dreads swinging, popping his Chirac, you know what I'm saying? I was pushing my
key vibe.
Exactly, but that was the vibe at the time, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, that's 2014.
Yeah.
That was 2014. So yeah, he did his thing, and then I came right behind him trying to pop my stuff, but it was more poetic and about God and life. And let me,
Boy, I know,
bruh.
So you did Cold Ass.
This was before Cold Ass Winter. This was before then.
Oh, okay.
See, I dropped that project after that. You know, that's why Product of My Generation, I had to lock in so hard, because I felt like, I'm doing my thing, folks gonna love me. But man, HBCU. And then everybody in there turned up.
I already know.
But them folks sipping, they turned up, man.
Man, I remember them talent shows. Trust me.
Then, you know, they step show. It was just that week, man. You know, it's a whole week of events.
Yeah.
If you ain't there, you know, you lame. You gotta be there.
I know that feeling, boy.
Man, I got on stage. Buddy talking about, man, if y'all don't like him, man, boo him.
Oh, no.
Dang.
Oh, no, man. Yeah, he set you up for failure there, bro.
Man,
Yeah, he set
I'm
you
like,
up.
dog, man. But you know me.
I'm going to rock with it.
I'm going to rock with it, whatever, because, like you said, I love this. So I was doing this by myself in the room when wasn't nobody around. I don't care if it's 3 people or 300 people. We going to rock how we going to rock.
Exactly.
You know? So I went out there, did my thing, they booed me. Man, that... Anybody that really be rapping... It take courage. It really take courage to get out there on that stage and to do that, man. So
But that's what you needed, though.
yeah, it was a wake up call in so many ways, because it's like Michael Jordan say, man, it was personal for me.
Yeah.
It was personal. It made it personal for me, you know.
Yeah.
But so I went back downstairs. I was supposed to perform twice that night. Went downstairs. Some of my partners, they was like, man, pull it together, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't even, man, forget what they talking about, man. You performed twice. I go back out there. Same dude talking about some, y'all think we should let him perform? I'm like, man, give me the mic.
For real.
I rap.
You fucking me up, man.
Now I had like 10 of my partners on stage, and like with the Apollo, they sweep you off. If they booing you, they'll sweep you off. So one of my partners, everybody turning up. One of my partners just standing there like this. Like, boy, I wish they would try to come sweep you off. I'd knock you clean. Seriously.
Yeah.
I'm rapping. I get through like half the song. Folks start booing again, just off the strength.
Yeah.
It's like you in there.
They
somebody start
know
booing.
what you do. Yeah.
Then somebody else just gonna. It don't even matter. It just boo. Yeah, we booing. We can.
Yeah.
I kept going this time. I finished my whole song. Right. Dropped the mic. Right.
Walk off.
Walked off. Buddy talking about, hey man, don't drop nothing you can't afford. Right. I picked the mic back up. I'm like, I really do this. This is a $119 mic. I can afford this. Dropped it again. Walked off stage. Right.
Let them with the shit face.
Man.
Shit face.
Leaving out of that, then folks got to fighting later on that night. So it was just a whole bunch of just stuff going on. But when I was around the campus, you know, I'm walking around with my head in my chest. They like, oh, bro, you dude from the talent show. Oh, you got booed. But you stood on your 10. You stood tall with it, man. Like, that's hard. So it actually worked in my favor.
Yeah.
Because people saw, like, I had people telling me, bro, if that was me, bro, I would have just went home.
For real.
He said, why you, what's the reason behind coming back? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I ain't doing this just for them to cheer for me. I love this.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's your passion.
So people, they clung on to that was my passion. Then they saw I was actually talented.
Yeah.
So then it was like I had a chip on my shoulder, like I had
that made them give you a chance.
Exactly.
That's what it was. Because the situation like that, you gonna either if you love it, you gonna either fight or you gonna fold.
Yeah.
You feel me? And you fight, and that showed him like, okay, well he take
really
this shit.
care.
He really take the shit.
Yeah,
let
he
me take Buddy out for real. Then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if you would have folded, they be like, yeah, I already knew he went about that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what he want to do for real.
Anyway.
Yeah, that ain't what he want to do.
And that's you know,
that's what's up, man.
But stuff like that, it helped. So when I came around with Product of My Generation, this was different because at this time, you know, I was at a point to where I was living on campus. The scholarship had, you know, you can stay in the dorm, but I'm the type of person, man, I got to have my own space some type of way. You feel me? Like sharing bathroom, you know, they got the community space and all that. Then, you know, you might be across the hall. That's your partner. But he don't, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hygiene ain't the same, and everybody morals, everybody cleanliness.
Or your roommate might be a little.
Yeah, you just never know.
Hey, but I tell you that. Hey, my roommate was. but Buddy kept that big clean, cause you know they're great. They just give you, you know, say come and check.
That's right.
They room checking. If you get so many bad grades, they gonna get you up out of there. Yeah. You gotta keep it clean, man. We had that bitch smelling like potpourri and got roses in that motherfucker. So I wasn't tripping because, you know, I'm a clean nigga anyway.
Yeah, straight up.
And he wasn't there half the time, so I was like, shit, I'm winning.
Man.
By myself, but yeah.
I was so in and out the door on freshman year, but see, then it came, they was trying to get everybody to sign this contract saying pretty much you gonna stay in the dorms until senior year. So they had freshman dorms, then they had upperclassmen dorms, then they had like suites that was like apartments for seniors. But I'm like, man, I ain't finna do that. I'm finna move off campus. If I'm paying all this, if it's coming out, even if I got a scholarship, they paying for it. I should be able to take their money and just put it, you know, moved off campus. So it was like, you can either move off campus, take this money and get your little car. You feel me? That was a dilemma. I was like, man, I'm finna move off campus. I gotta have my own space. They had a little shuttle bus that'll run you from the spot to the apartments to the school. So it was sweet.
Yeah, it was
sweet.
A win-win right there.
So, you know, that's when I started working on Product of My Generation, because at that point, now I got my own little space. I could do what I want to do, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to, it was just make sure you catch the shuttle bus. And, you know, that's around the time I switched my major. So I came in doing the computer engineering. I switched to theater, fine arts, to be in the arts, to be in that scene, you know what I'm saying? That was a big move.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
That was good. That was.
Chess move.
That was.
But at the time, everybody, you know, they say hindsight, what they say, hindsight all the way 2020.
Yeah.
At the time, could nobody understand? Like I say, it sound real good. You got 3 years here at Morehouse. Then you go over here and do 2 years here at Georgia Tech. Then you could turn around and go to MIT. You can turn around and, you know what I'm saying? It was all laid out. But I'm in there taking apart VCRs and 3D printing and drawing up buildings and looking, all that. But it was like, it was easy. But I ain't love it.
Yep.
So I knew eventually I was gonna come to a point to where it's like, I'm making this money, but I
don't want to do it.
I don't want to do this. And I was really good at it. I was like, I still had that knowledge, like, you know what I'm saying? But it just, so I made that move because it was dudes in my class. Like, one dude went from a bio to a chemistry major, and I remember we had like the same math class. And he was telling me, yeah, man, I took out a loan to do bio, and now I'm doing chemistry. I'm gonna be here for another year and a half. And he had just taken out a loan to do that, and I'm on scholarship. So I'm like, man, what am I scared for, man? Buddy about to
exactly that loan. He's about to spend some. He's about to spend some money.
And that loan is designed for you not to pay back.
They be in school for like 20 years.
They
you know
been
what I'm saying?
For a long time.
For a long time. So I was like, nah, let me switch this. So when I did Product of My Generation, that's the first time I really went to. That's when I met my boy Black. You know what I'm saying? Black the producer. He out of the West Side, but he by way of Detroit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Big time producer and stuff like that.
Okay.
Recording at his house. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people, like, my pops, he showed me the way on sonics, on putting songs together, being able to put ideas together with music, right? Then you got, like, Supreme at the barbershop. He was one of the first ones I was rapping with on this side. Like, you know, every time we go to the barbershop, I'll be spitting freestyles, you know what I'm saying? Then I turn around and I say, all right, I came up with y'all. We were rapping and making music and doing all this stuff for fun and all this stuff. Then I turn around and say, Black, him as a producer, him as an engineer, I watched everything he did. Everything. Because he was somebody who knew how to take something small and make larger than life records.
Oh, yeah.
Out of his basement, out of his living room, out of the closet, like all that. So then, you know, fast forward, drop Product of My Generation, recorded majority of it is his house, but I made like 90% of the beats. So that was a big deal. I was doing all these samples, but I couldn't put my music out like there because it had samples. And I was like, everybody like, put it out. They gon', you know, you gonna get it on the back end. I'm like, man, they sue you. Yes. You are sued. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which sidebar, that's why it's so important to get that LLC and, you know, your stuff, because like somebody wanted to sue you, it'll be you in court.
Yeah.
But if they sue live from Bama backyard, you go to court, and you'll be an entity that's, you know what I'm saying, versus it being your accountability, it'll be the accountability of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So man, you know, sold CDs, made almost like 5 racks selling CDs.
Dang.
500 CDs.
And we were just talking about that, man.
I know, right?
That's all it takes.
But they're doing that footwork.
That's all it takes,
See,
man.
It's so easy for these folks now to just put their music out in social media, but back, like I said, in that time, you had to put that footwork in.
Yeah.
You had to be out there passing out, selling CDs,
physical,
pushing out your flyers. You can just go on there and throw
T-shirts,
everything, man.
You know, so being in the AUC, having people from all over the country, people all over the world, but we all black. Once I start hitting the scene, the open mics, every time they had on the promenade, they had like the little Market Friday and Market Thursday, folks be out there rapping and playing the drums. I'm in there. You gonna see me, even if you don't know who I am, you gonna see me. So when I come around selling my CDs, I don't just look like, you feel me, like just some bum off the street.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because they'll try to put you in the box, like, man, you lame, boy. Like, but nah, I stayed on it, and you do, like, I told myself, hey, I'm gonna just buy these 500 CDs, make my money back. You feel me? It was a little spot down in Riverdale. They was almost about to ready to go out of business. They like, ain't nobody really getting CDs no more, so they cut me a hell of a deal.
That was up.
I said, oh, word. Ended up getting the CDs with the print on them. I was gonna get the little CD, then get the little slip, you know what I'm saying, then get the case. They were like, nah, we gonna put it on the CD. Straight on the CD. I was like, oh yeah, cut the middleman. Boom. Did that. Did my footwork. Selling CDs. I was doing shows at Georgia State. I was doing shows at Georgia Tech. I was doing shows at Agnes Scott, Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Morehouse, all over.
All the major colleges.
All of them in that scene. So I might have only sold 10 CDs at Georgia State. But that's $100.
That's something. That's a profit. That's a
You
profit.
feel me?
That's a profit.
Hey, look, doing all this, damn near with no car. You feel what I'm saying?
Grind hard, man.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's how you know you passionate. You want that success.
Want it bad.
You want to be there. You want to let people know. You got to be able to.
A lot
man.
of folks say I sold CDs out my trunk.
Yeah.
I sold CDs out my book bag.
Real,
I ain't have no car.
Real, man. That's real, man. That's major, there, man. That is fucking hustle, man. People don't understand about that hustle, man. It's not the same, man. And these folks and these artists these days are folded, and they don't even have to put the hustle in like you had to do. They can just go, boom, out there. Tag a couple people.
Everybody got their own, like, cause I done seen the back end of the CD era, and then it went from the CD player to the MP3 player. Then it went from the MP3 player to the iPod, and now we got everything. Because it used to be, everybody had them songs. You had them songs on a jump drive or on a CD or on your actual MP3. You had to download them on there. Now we don't own the music. So it's a lot different, you know. But the reason it was hard back then, because like you said, you had to do the footwork. The reason it's hard now is that if you're not 100% immersed in this social media culture, it's hard for you to stay afloat because it's so much. It's so many people. Like you say, that weed out a lot of people. Well, it's only so many artists because only this amount of people gonna do the footwork. These folks say they artists, but this how you can tell who real and who not. Now, you can go online and you can see a million people. You can't tell who signed. You can't tell who real, who really passionate about it, who got a label running their page.
Boy, you preaching now, man. For real.
It's real.
We ain't got the real ones. It's so many.
I go to my playlist on my phone, my Apple Music. I'm like, who are this?
Who are these people?
Who are this?
You know,
That's
and
why.
they make it hard because you wanna hear new artists, but it's just overwhelming.
Yeah, cause I sit there and just put it on just to shuffle radio station or something, and then I hear some people. I like, man, I'm gonna give them a try. But if I hear like 2 or 3 on back to back, I'm like, man, I can't do this. Go back to my little playlist. Who I got, I know. It's hard, man.
But the only thing I can't understand, I be trying to figure out is the ones that need to make it don't make it.
Yeah.
And you be like, now how this get on the radio?
But this,
now my partner, my cousin, them got that song go harder than
yeah.
this, and they can't even get recognized.
It's a lot of
it's politics.
Politics.
It's politics behind it, man.
Yep.
And, you know,
Yep.
I'm so passionate about it to where I study the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, basketball players, we watch film. When you play on the basketball team, you watch film. Hey, this was last game.
Yeah.
This is where y'all messed up. Okay, this the team we facing. Or this is last year's champions. Look how they run their offense. So I have to do the same thing with music, to where like I'm learning the game like inside out.
Yeah.
Not just as an artist, just as a producer, just as a businessman, as my own entity. That's how I'm gonna try to go farther, because all the politics that's involved with it, man, it's something else, man. It's crazy, man, you know, but it's just one of the things where if you stay solid, if you stay true to yourself, it's going, whatever's supposed to be for me, it's gonna be for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you
Men for you is men for you.
Another thing about the social media is like when you were selling them CDs, even if somebody ain't wanna, like, yeah, I try your CD, I don't even know if I'm gonna like it all the way. That was like a human interaction.
Yeah.
So next time you see that name, you gonna be like, you know what? That's Buddy that showed up on me when I was at Greenbrier. Boy, I remember him. He on now.
If you see him again, you be like, oh, you better.
And he gonna remember,
he gonna
remember, because I remember every person I sold a CD to. I remember it. When I did it, what I had on, like that's how much it means to me. Now with social media, you don't have that intimacy.
Nope.
So it make it easier for you to just throw somebody off to the side, like, oh yeah, well, I know somebody to rap too, whatever. You know, so it's tough, man. It's definitely tough.
You just gotta sit there and look at your list. Oh, I got this many downloads, this many streams.
Yeah.
But you don't know who it is.
Who got it though?
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't know who it is streaming, what they look like. It's always about interaction with your fans or people that you want to be support you, man. It's always good at it.
Man.
That's like when I was listening to David Banner, what he said. He said after every show, he used to go in and sit there and sign autographs. He said he don't care if he have to sign 1,000, because he said it's their interaction. And he said before he even got big, he said he went to every small city in Mississippi and did a show to let them know that he never too big for the city.
Yeah.
He's never too big. He said a lot of people appreciate that, man. Because a lot of people get big and they want to do a little small city.
Yeah. And then, you know, too, like another artist that I think about that's like that, Boosie.
Yep.
Real down to earth.
Oh, yeah.
Real down to earth, no Hollywood in him at all.
We
He
love Boosie and Mobile.
Man, that's why I'm gonna say, I know he go crazy down there.
We love Boosie and Mobile.
Boosie badass,
Boosie, sometimes he call Mobile his second home, man. He get so much love down there, man.
You know, but it's that real.
And his artist from Mobile.
He got that's what I'm saying. You know what? He tapped in a lot on with Young Blue and JD Delgado and.
Oh, that's right. Young Blue is from Mobile.
Yeah.
Oh.
JD Delgado and
OPMBP.
OMBP ain't with Boosie.
No, to say he from Mobile too.
He's from Mobile too.
Mobile hotbed.
Oh, yeah.
Rollo, no cap.
No cap.
Yeah.
Flo Millie, honeycomb braids. Mobile.
I ain't no Flo Millie from down there.
Mobile, boy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Y'all want to sleep on Alabama?
Hey, man.
Mobile been a hotbed, but they're not staying in Mobile. You know where they coming.
Yeah, they coming to the
A.
A, New York.
They coming to the A quick.
You know, L.A.
The A is in New York. Or Cali.
Yeah, it's
It's the hotbed for music, man. If you want to be in music, this is what it be. Because one thing about the A, they gonna support it. They're gonna support. They gonna support each other.
Yeah.
If you from the A, they gonna support you no matter what.
Yeah.
That's one problem with Mobile, man. It's too much crabs in the bucket, man.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I hate, because it's so much talent. But that's why when they get on or try to get on, they always come to the A or go to Houston or something like that.
Man.
Which I ain't mad at them, but like they still rep.
Yeah.
Down long as they get up there and do all that fake flies and shit like that.
Yeah, man. It be then how you carry yourself, and then the stuff you rap about, and all that. It go back to that human interaction.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like I done shows where, you know, people came up to me crying afterwards. Like, oh, I'm going through this, or I just went through a divorce, or I lost this person before, or I'm down on my luck, I'm broke, I need, and they just pouring it out to you.
Exactly,
Oh,
man.
You feel me? But I ain't never been one to be on no negativity or nothing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of folks
music,
be,
man.
Oh yeah.
they use their
And that's
music, that
good.
platform. I did this. I do this. This what we. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I choose to use my platform for something different. And because of that, it kind of like in a world full of that, sex, money, drugs, murder.
That's all they rap about, man.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
That's the main thing. You know what I'm saying? In that world, I'm trying to hit you with a little something different. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I went back, and when I was listening to that Pimp C, that's exactly what he was talking about. He said a
Yeah.
lot of folks
Oh, yeah.
just rapping about stuff. He said if you rapping about stuff that you ain't doing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just to
you,
be
you ain't
cool.
giving these kids
yeah.
no hindsight of what's gonna be the consequences if you do this. You
Right.
feel me? All you doing is telling them
Glorifying.
to do it. Yeah, you ain't giving them the consequence of what's gonna happen if you do this.
Facts.
You ain't
Yeah.
talking about the bad side of or robbing somebody, killing somebody. You ain't talking about
yeah.
going to jail.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
Ain't too
And
many
that's all
that
they
doing
doing
that,
now.
man. That's
Yeah,
why I
and
say, man.
they paint that picture.
Yeah,
Well, speaking of social
that's why I said
media
about your
era, though.
music, man. I like about your music because, man, it's man. A lot of people don't know how much music touch people or help people get through that. Like when I used to go through stuff when my brother passed, man, I cut on a song and it'll just calm me down, man.
Yeah, get you through
It
that.
just vibe me
Yeah.
through that, man.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
know, people don't understand how much music meant for some folks in life.
That's real.
Speaking of that, what's your favorite song that you done made?
Ooh, that I made.
That you made?
Man, I feel like every song I work on. No, but man, so
That one that you wrote, you said back like, oh, boy, I love
This
it.
is
I'll
the
play
one.
this the one. I'll play this over and over and over.
Ooh.
Cause I know when I made that month more, that's all I did. I listened to them more about the whole week,
Man.
non-stop on repeat. I like, oh, I love this.
If it's one song, man, I've Been Woke. I think I've Been Woke is probably
That's the one.
my favorite. Not just my favorite. I think it's probably one of my best songs.
That's
Just because of writing, because that's the one I'm talking about police brutality and all
yeah.
the killing.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
That's the one. If you BET Kai, we got your performance at the Hip Hop Award in
Boom.
front of everybody.
I'm doing that.
That's one.
I'm doing
Bam.
that. I'm doing that.
That's what's up.
Because like I know, sometimes you might write something, or you might do something, or you might make a mix or something, and you come back and listen to it later and be like, oh damn, this was actually all right. Like you surprised yourself.
Yeah.
So that's one of them songs where when I wrote that song, this is way before George Floyd. This is way before Michael Brown. This is like around the time Trayvon Martin got killed, and then so I had start interning with a film company. So I'm working with them as a PA and as a graphic designer, just trying to learn the film side. Because like I said, I'm doing theater and the film, so I'm trying to make a merge at some point.
Got to, man.
Got to.
Man,
Well, you own it. Oh, wow.
rubbing elbows with folk, man.
Hey, I feel like a father. I be smiling every time you tell me something. I feel like a father, like you my son or something.
Man.
That shit make me feel so good. Cause man, one thing about it, I love seeing my family. I not just my family. I just love seeing people do good, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That I know they want it. You feel me?
Bad.
They want it. They ain't
Bad.
out here just they trying to. They
Facts,
want it. They
facts.
going
Yeah.
for it. I love that, man.
That's why
Man,
we
it's
created
love.
this podcast for people like that.
That's real.
Tell them again, Snoop. Why we created the podcast, man?
For people like that, help them grow.
Help
You see
folks that want it.
Yeah, man.
And people don't understand that we do it. We don't charge nothing. We just do it. We just want everybody to try to
You
get
doing
that
it
little
with that
bit,
intention,
that
though.
little bit
get that,
attention,
that little bit
push.
of more exposure that you
Yeah.
need, man. It might not be about 5-10 people, but it's 5-10 minutes.
It's real.
Then you got.
That-
It's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
And then the biggest thing now with the internet, everything is forever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's documented.
Yep.
Look at with DMX. Man, he
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Yep.
But every
R.I.P.
now I'm getting
DMX.
on, you seeing all these videos.
Man, I've
when he
been
was
seeing
50.
so
You
many.
seeing videos when he was 20,
I ain't
30.
seen so many videos.
and it's
You
like
right.
it's forever.
You right.
With this
You
technology. So what we doing right here
Yep.
and what y'all doing with these artists and stuff, it's forever.
And,
yeah.
and and I can't wait to one of them get on and I look back like, yeah, we
Yeah.
had 'em. Yeah, we was
You
there.
was on this show.
We was in there when you before you got up there, man. We was down there with you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Give you
Yeah,
that
man.
little, give you that little help, you little boost you need, man.
Well, speaking of social media, since you rapping and all,
Yeah.
and you know how the world is now with this,
Yeah.
being soft, are you careful what you say in your raps or what? Or you just like, fuck it, I'm still gonna say what I
Man.
want to say
I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, right?
with the cancel culture?
The cancel culture.
Dumb.
The cancel culture bases itself on trend logic. It's almost like whoever is in the hot seat is guilty before proven innocent. You know, so going back to the whole this internet's forever, you could tweet stuff today that might not be acceptable in 10 years when you're rich and famous and have kids and have sponsors and endorsements. You know, look what happened with Kevin Hart. They went and pulled tweets from him
20 years
and tried to frame him as a homophobe. You know what I'm saying? Which wasn't the right thing to do, but he had to defend himself against that. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, oh, he's not defending himself the right way. He's not So comedy is one medium, right? With music, I feel like it's like people pick and choose, right? Because there's been some outrageous stuff said in music, like crazy, outrageous, killing, all just different type of stuff. But we normalize it because we hear it so much. So it's like, I don't write fearful. I don't write none of that. Like when I write something, I know that it's supposed to be a certain context, and I say some stuff sometimes where it'd be like, well, if this was in a different context, yeah, it might offend somebody, but this ain't the context. This ain't the time. And everything I write, I be trying to be poetic. So if it's something that, like when I write about politics or stuff about like social issues, I try to be more poetic because that's the nature of it. And if it's something that's like sharp or risky or something like that, I'm gonna make it poetic to where it might just fly over your head. But I'm saying what I'm saying. I done said what I said about Donald Trump. I done said what I said about police brutality. I done said it, but I done made it so poetic that in order to even get mad, you gotta feel me first. And that's what I want. So if you feel me and then you get mad, then we can talk about it. But you had to feel me first. You had to hear me.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Because like you said, it might go over their head. So the folks because a lot of times when people be trying to argue about politics and social justice, haven't even finished high school, can't barely put a sentence together. But you want to argue with folks. It's just stuff they hear from another jackass that they repeat.
Like this time we saw they ain't put the Y on history.
They don't know if it's facts or fiction. They just heard another jackass preach it, and then now they want to just relay the message. So if you say something that's going to go over their head, they don't even know they got this. You can diss them, they won't even know it. They be sitting there clapping.
Oh, wow, I love this song.
That's why I said that's smart how you said you do that.
You gotta feel me first. So you know, take it back to poetry, right? Before I studied all these different rappers, I studied big time poets. Edgar Allan Poe, you know what I'm saying? Mary Baraka, Nikki Giovanni. You know what I'm saying?
The poet I know is Tupac.
Hey, Tupac Shakur. Those rappers are modern day poets. I'm just saying, like, no music, just straight technique.
No, I read his poetry book, the Rose that Grew.
Oh yeah, the one he wrote in prison.
I did. Yeah, that's why I say I didn't realize how talented he was, and like he really deep was in that. I used it for one of my old projects in college.
Oh wow!
One of his poems.
Dissertation.
One of his poems I had to say it. And I said, man, damn, I ain't know this.
Edgar Allan Poe, back in his time, he wrote satire for some of his stuff, and you know, stuff that's like sarcastic, but it's with a social message. And sometimes he would write stuff purposely to piss people off.
Cheap ass phone, man. Yo, cheap ass phone.
I don't know what happened.
It'll be alright, man.
Hey man, say man. Hey man, we back in it, man. It's all good.
Oh, they're gonna be on his page.
Oh shoot.
I got it.
Yeah, I got shit.
Oh shit. This nigga here.
But yeah, man, he used to write a lot of stuff to make people mad. But one of the reasons why we got all this confusion and tension is because people don't talk to each other. They don't converse. You know, so with my music, even if I say something and it makes you mad, if you listen to it, you gotta feel me first, and then that opens the door for that conversation. Cause we ain't gonna never understand each other. Black, white, young, old, gay, straight, whatever you want to call it. Black, you know what I'm saying? We'll never understand each other if we have these differences if we don't talk to each other.
That's it.
So I just let my music be the platform. Yeah, I know y'all ain't hating on me.
Cause you ain't feeling me.
Yeah, you ain't feeling me. You gotta feel me.
You gotta feel me first.
Yeah, man. It's dangerous.
Yeah, but like they say,
man.
boy, communication the key. And that go for everything.
Man, people don't want to communicate though. They just want to argue. You see?
Yeah.
They don't want to listen to another person's point of view.
Yeah.
They
Everybody want to be right.
Everybody want to be right. Cause I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do.
Yeah.
And sometimes
It's natural.
Sabrina
natural.
knows she. Never mind. That's any woman. Any woman know they always want to be right. When you get married, the woman is always right.
Man.
In they mind.
Man.
So
Hey,
don't get mad.
one thing about women, man, I tell you what. They never want to be the last to know anything, boy. And that's a
Hey,
I don't like making general statements.
Hey, what just happened?
But they don't like being the last
What just
to
happened
hear
yesterday?
anything, boy.
Same thing.
My mama got mad.
Why you ain't tell me I'm the last to know?
My mama called me. She been feeling like she was my wife. I said, what's wrong, mama? Why you ain't tell me? I said, yeah. She was real damn mad. She still is.
It just,
Call her this morning.
they just love, they love hard. Boy.
That one
you just
thing.
respect that,
Yeah.
know. But that's how it is, though. I'm the last to know.
Yep.
Like,
That big fast though. That big stuff.
So where'd you get your style from though? Like what motivates you to pick that type of style of rapping that you do?
Some of the rappers my pops put me on, man. Like, of course, people like Tupac, Biggie, but that era, like 96, I was born in 96. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So you got the back end of Biggie and Tupac.
That's the best era now.
You know what I'm saying? The golden age of hip hop.
That's when it started.
Then you got the birth of this synthesized / gangster music / snap music, early 2000s. So you go from Tupac and Biggie, then you go to people like Andre 3000, Big Boy, Nas. You know what I'm saying? But then you got songs like with Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying? Then you got them Franchise Boys, and you got D4L. So it was a lot of different influences. But coming up, KRS-One,
Okay.
Andre 3000,
3 Stacks.
T.I.
T.I.
Man, T.I. was
So
he was one of my
underrated.
favorite. Just that swag, bro. And they wasn't trying to give the South no love. So they them type of artists like 3 Stacks and T.I. 3 Stacks made people.
What he told him, man?
Man, the South got something to say. Outkast, they made people take the South seriously.
Yep.
Cause they wanted to write us off as just dumb country niggas. They didn't want us to be. They thought the New York, man, we rap hard and we from the boroughs and and this the birthplace of hip hop and respect. Okay, we'll show love, but
y'all gonna respect us.
Y'all gonna respect us and our sound.
Damn right.
Just same way they showed love to DJ Screw and them down in Houston and gave them love and showed love to all them in Louisiana for the bounce music. Don't turn around and step on Atlanta or Bama. Or Florida, don't do that. Or you know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Gotta have Florida. Come on
now.
Oh yeah.
Them 808s, man. That bass music, man.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
And Kanye for sure.
For real, man.
Kanye was a huge
You
inspiration.
gotta give respect, cause I know that's what Pimp C always preaching, man.
Yeah.
Them North niggas, y'all gotta give us our respect, man. Y'all gonna give our respect.
We show
man.
respect, but y'all gotta
do the
respect
same
that
thing, man.
But I think
The South lyrical.
that's a big reason though. To another reason why I rap the way that I rap, because folks hear me, they like, damn, you don't even sound like you from Atlanta. Like
Exactly.
you sound like you from New York. You sound like you from Connecticut. You sound like you from Cleveland. All different type of stuff. Cause
don't think we in the South is lyrical.
yeah, they on that. They always put us with the bounce or the vibe.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give you both.
Crunk music.
Yeah.
Trying to give you a little bit of both.
They don't think we lyrical, man.
I done been in there with New York rappers and then outspit them.
What you talking about?
You feel me? It's all the hardest rapper in the world could be in the room with you right now, or he could be somewhere. It don't matter where you from. It's how you take that experience you got and kind of flip it to other people. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm trying to do. Hit him with a little bit of this lyrical. Hit him with some soulful stuff. But we from that way, man. Come on now. We're gonna have the 808. We're gonna have them drums. We're gonna have that knock. Cause that's what Atlanta known for. That beat gonna hit you in your chest. But while it hitting you in your chest, I'm in your mind. So you gonna listen to the lyrics this time. You might listen to the beat next time. I'm just giving you options.
But it's gonna make you play it over.
Yeah.
It's gonna make you
he
play
had
it
said
over.
something, but then, man, the beat was so hard, man. Start it over.
It's gonna make you play it
Back
again.
over. Start it back over.
Play it again, man. It's gonna make you play it over.
Turn
and over.
yourself to a DJ, bro.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Bring that back.
Okay, finna ask you a little questions. Give me 4. Yeah, female artist you want to work with.
Okay.
A male artist you want to work with. A local artist you want to work with.
Yeah.
And somebody that's dead that you
Oh
would love
man.
to work with.
Okay.
Female artist, they can be rapper or singer.
But she gotta be alive.
Yeah.
Okay. Easy.
Oh, you took a long
I
time.
know,
Like
right?
Yeah, right. I'm still unsure. Man, my heart is telling me to say Erykah Badu.
Mm,
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
see that. I can see
Just
yeah.
but then some
That'd be
closer
a good vibe though, man.
closer to my age range, Ari Lennox. She's super
Okay,
dope.
okay,
I would
okay.
love to work with her.
I see Erykah though, man.
Or Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Female
Okay,
MC,
she
man.
hard. She cold.
Killing, you know what I'm saying?
She cold.
Just
She
different
cold.
vibes. But if I
Yeah.
got with Erykah Badu on that Jill Scott or Ari Lennox,
Man, I see
man,
that vibe though. I see that vibe.
I'm making that music, man, for summertime, shea butter, sundresses, swimming pools. I'm making that type of, you know what I'm saying? One male artist that I want to work with. Kanye.
Kanye.
The new Kanye or the
I was
old
about to say same thing. New or old.
New or old Kanye?
just Kanye.
Just Kanye.
And this what I say. This what I say. On the record, off the record, in between, whatever. When all this controversy going on with some of our favorite artists, we have to make a decision. Are we gonna accept them with the drama? Or are we gonna separate the talent from the drama? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know he's always in the news for something else, or he said something, or he upset somebody, or he's running for president, or whatever, As an artist, as a creative, as a producer, as a arrangement specialist, top notch, and he's one of my main inspirations in being multi-talented. Some of his earlier works, being able to flip samples and turn a sample, like when you go back and listen to some of his songs and then they show you the sample that he started with, it'd be like a whole different song. Like, how did he come up with that? I would love to just be in a room with somebody like that, or somebody like Quincy Jones, people who really know music like the back of their hand. And I would just listen to them. Like, I'm trying to learn from them. I feel like they got the answers.
I would love to see Man and Fresh too, cause I done seen him put some stuff together.
Man, it's so hard to just pick just one, man. It's so hard, man, because you could turn around and say Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah.
You gotta work with Jermaine Dupri. You know what I'm saying? You gotta turn around and work with Timbaland, Dr. Dre. That's
Beast by the pound.
Come on, man. Come on, man. And so that's one female artist, one male artist. You said local artist.
You know what local I can see you working with though?
Who?
Damani.
Yeah, man. Man, I was just checking out some of his stuff the other day. He has created a lane of his own.
Mm-hmm.
He has a real dope sound, real dope voice. Lyricist, of course. I mean, apple don't fall too far from the tree. But they did that song on T.I. album, Family Connect.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard it, but it was T.I. and his son Damani. And they was doing like a pass the bar. Like, T.I. rap a little bit, then Damani come in.
And his older son, Messiah, one did the beat.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, man.
That's one of T.I.'s favorite songs.
That's probably.
That's why it called Family Connect.
That's 100.
Damani is really dope. There's an artist that goes by the name of Amaretta. She's a female MC. She's out of Atlanta. She's out of here, and she's super, super, super dope.
Name sound familiar.
You probably have seen some of her videos of her rapping and stuff like that. There's a guy that goes by the name of Dante Hitchcock. He's dope. Really got a popping sound, like up and coming and stuff like that. And I know a lot of local artists, but we coming up together. So it's like we ain't working together yet. It's gonna be in the works. And then one person who is no longer with us, man.
See, that's what I think. Like, folks need to do cyphers more, especially like upcoming artists and stuff, so everybody can get their connect right there. You know what I'm saying?
Right then and there. Man, so they don't network.
Before we leave, we need to put together a cipher, man.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah. Drop a little something.
Drop a little cipher, man.
I have to go with Michael Jackson. Have to.
King.
Have to.
The King. Jackson.
Have to.
I can see that though, man. I can see that. I can see that from
man.
your style working with Mike.
It's just because he knows how to make worldly records.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, we can make a hip hop hit, we can make a pop hit, but
He touch everybody.
He touch everybody.
Everybody.
All genres.
Cultural genre, everything,
So,
man. He touched it all.
Kudos. Either Michael Jackson or Tupac, honestly.
That's what's up.
Tupac for the, he had a theater background.
Mm-hmm.
He was an actor, a
Yeah.
rapper, you know what I'm saying, a mogul in his own right. He shared some of the same revolutionary views and ideals about, the system and all that stuff. He would be a dope person to work with,
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's what's up, dog.
So besides rapping and producing, anything else that you would love to do?
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Before you answer that, I need to ask him if I forget this.
All right, go ahead.
Then what happened with the director that you was doing for when you was doing the stage play? You was doing the music or something? For what was that said with the brand? I thought.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I got so that's a crazy story. So take it 2 steps back.
Okay.
When I graduated from Morehouse, I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
Came to college on a scholarship, graduated at 21. That was a big deal for me. Afterwards,
Well, give him some hand clap for graduating, man. College, bro. Stop acting like that. You
I was
hating,
gonna tune into the story.
HBCU Morehouse, man. Go ahead, man.
I was gonna tune into the story.
So, right.
I'm sorry. I get excited when somebody say graduate Morehouse,
There
HBCU.
we go.
I'm an HBCU man. I die, man.
HBCU, man, gotta show love, man.
No, I
appreciate
love
that.
it, man.
Yeah, but man, I graduated and I was acting in a play. It was called Hands Up. It was touring locally, but then we got a chance to take some of these works to Minnesota, Alaska, all different types of places.
Okay.
So right after I graduated, I'm like, I'm not gonna waste no time. You know how folks say, I'm gonna work corporate, I'm gonna work a job, and then if that don't work, I was like, nah, if I'm gonna try, I need to try now, because I'm 21, got a degree, I'm in Atlanta, I'm in a place to be at, and let's try it. So end up tearing my LCL, fluke accident playing basketball. I was out for like a year, couldn't walk. Therefore, I couldn't work. Had to move out my apartment. It was a lot. It was like my world went from upside down really quick. And that was like 3 weeks after I graduated. So I'm still riding that high from graduation.
Yeah.
Boy, that I was in shock. I was really in shock for 6 months. I just couldn't believe. Questioned everything. God, why would you do this to me?
Yeah.
But in that time, the play that I was working on, Hands Up, the director, one of the co-directors, she was one of my classmates. Her name was Alexis. She said she was going to spearhead the Romeo and Juliet play, but at Spelman. So there's going to be a black version of Romeo and Juliet.
Homeo and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Homeo and Juliet.
My homie. Yeah, but, so they came out to the house while I'm in a wheelchair. Offered me,
Homeo and Janice.
He's still on that.
They offered for me to do the music, the sound, the scoring for it. So that opened up a new opportunity. For one, I could still work while I couldn't walk, still be in music. I was writing a lot of music anyway, just because I ain't had nothing to do. I'm just sitting there all day. But started working on that music. Then I got picked up for a play out in Lawrenceville at the Aurora Theater. Did some stuff there. Did some stuff at Kenny Leon's Theater. Did some stuff at the Southwest Atlanta Arts Center. And before you know it, I haven't rapped in about 1.5 years, 2 years. I haven't made a beat for somebody, but I'm composing scores. So when they come out and you hear I'm making the noise, I'm doing the sounds and the transitions and all that. So I was doing a show up in Marietta. It's called the New Theater in the Square. Real cool dude from New York, man. Puerto Rican dude named Raul. Real dope dude, man. Solid dude. Him and his son own that theater.
Okay.
So they put on a show. Step Stewart, he's a legendary person in the theater, in the drama world, and in the dance world. He put on Motown. He put on his Motown review. So it was pretty much like a compilation show, people singing some of Motown's greatest hits, like different up and coming people. But he made it real theatrical. So I'm doing that show, right? Set it off. That is Jacarius, right? Jacarius Entertainment. He's an up and coming like playmaker, filmmaker, screenplay writer, and they putting him kind of like, they comparing him to Tyler Perry, because when Tyler Perry was coming up doing his plays and the Medea and all the other stuff, he was a black man selling out theater spaces.
Yeah.
Theater hasn't really been a thing since the 90s for a long time.
Yeah.
So for even Tyler Perry to do what he was doing and make theater his thing and then catapulting the film, that's major. So they putting this guy Jakarius right next to him because he's selling out these shows. So one of the shows he did was a reenactment of Set It Off. You know what I'm saying? The one original with Queen Latifah and all them, right? So they had already started doing the show. They was in Houston, and the guy who they had running their sound, this how crazy life is and how God work and how stuff just fall in your lap. The guy in Houston, whoever was doing the sound or whatever, something happened to where they needed a sound guy. Like either he messed up or something happened. They needed a sound guy, so their next stop was Atlanta. Now, I'm up there in Marietta, Motown Theater, right? I mean, not Motown, Marietta's new theater in the square.
Yeah.
Set It Off, they brought it to the Cobb Civic Energy Center, which was only like 15 minutes from where I was at, right? So they in the mix talking about, hey, we need to get another guy to do the show, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, well, there's this young black guy, you know, this young black black kid. He
Did they say black or light skin? I was just saying, go ahead.
They said he's worked all over Atlanta. They say he's worked in Marietta, he's worked in the outskirts, all this other stuff. Let's get him. Let's see what's up, you know. Oh, he's at the Marietta Theater. That's right down the street. So they came and they invited me out to do one of the shows that weekend, but I couldn't because I'm like, dog, I'm doing this show. You know, I can't even. Yeah, that would be bad business. I try to be two places at once. It'll be in a perfect world. I could just I'm just ride 15 minutes, but it never go like that.
Yeah,
it never go like that. So they said, well, can you do some of the later dates? I'm saying, well, yeah, this show ends this week. It wraps up this weekend, so I'm down for it. They say, cool, all right, we'll talk with you. So about maybe like a little bit later on in the following week, they hit me up with all these dates. So I'm thinking, you know, the show might be in Augusta or in Macon. Or, you know, maybe in Alabama. You never know. You know, I'm thinking it's still somewhat local. I'm looking at it, I'm like, dog, Chicago, New Orleans, New York, Dallas.
Oh, that's some freaking miles.
So I'm like, whoa. So I get on the phone with them. I'm like, hey, like, I see all these dates. Like, you know, oh, yeah. We going to send over your itinerary in a little bit. I say, oh, snap. They send me a whole packet. So now I got flights. They pay for my flights, my lodging, food. You know, it's all union-based. So they real strict on like how they, all right, we make sure everybody eat, make sure everybody got somewhere to lay their head. Make sure, because they pretty much they saying it ain't no excuses.
Yep, for you.
No excuses. You can't say, oh, we getting some food, we got food here. Yeah. You can't say you was late because the hotel right next to the theater. We ain't playing no games with you. That's how the white folks do it with their money. They ain't playing no games with you. Ain't no need,
ain't no problem. They don't want no issues.
Got on the flight, man. Chicago, New Orleans. Went to a couple places, Milwaukee. You know.
So how many did you do?
About 4 or 5 of them.
About
five different places. I'll never forget. I was in Milwaukee, right? So we get there. We leave from Chicago. Instead of flying, we flew to Chicago and drove to Milwaukee, right? So we ended up leaving Chicago at like 3 a.m, and we had to turn around and be ready for a load in Milwaukee at 7.
Dang.
So look, this how crazy it was, right? On top of all that, it was daylight savings. So look. This is how crazy it screwed us, man. We wrap up. I remember me and my boy Rashad and Chris. We go up to, you know, we had the hotel rooms or whatever. We go to the hotel room. We're like, all right, y'all, we're gonna set our alarms, right? When I tell y'all, I'm like, I've been on 4 hours of sleep before. I can do it. I closed my eyes and that alarm was going off, and I kept thinking to myself, I said, man, I know I'm not this tired. So everybody, this is how crazy it was. They had a little van that was gonna take everybody. We go down to the lobby. I'm getting in the van. And only like 3 people showed up, but everybody gotta go. So they going and knocking on people's doors, and folks like, oh no. Some folks, they phone, they wasn't set to update to the daylight savings.
So it didn't switch over.
It didn't switch over, but mine switched over. Mine had the auto update, so it
like
went from 4 hours to 3 hours.
3 hours, yeah.
So the alarm still came on. It's just the clock time. I'm like, man, I'm so tired. So that's when we realized, man, it's daylight savings. So they finally pulled everybody out the room. We ended up being behind time. We rushed to get over to Milwaukee. We get there about 6 a.m, right? We meet. So when you go to another theater, they got house people. They got their house director, house lights, house sound, people that run it. Okay, if y'all want to run a show here, you got to talk to us. We'll show you how to set it up. So, you know, we meet with the house sound guys and stuff like that. Two cool white guys. They cool, man. You know what I'm saying? 6 a.m, they like, yeah, man, we're going to get everybody some coffee, man. Some Dunkin' Donuts, and we're going to load this up. And they got way more energy than you should have at 6 a.m. And it's like, all right, man, you know, I don't even drink coffee like that. It be messing my stomach up. But I was like, man, give me some coffee, man. Caramel macchiato, please, and thank you. So they bring it out, you know, we loading and everything, right? So it gets to the part where we set up the board and we have to run our sound. So you have to do a sound check to make sure everything works. But in the theater, when you doing that type of sound and engineering, it's not just 2 speakers. It's like 20, like 30 speakers really. You got the speakers right by the crowd, then you got speakers hanging, then you got speakers backstage in the dressing rooms, because when they backstage changing clothes, they got to hear what's going on so they can come out. Yep. So I had to configure all of that, right? Every time I set up the song that I mix the speakers to, because I got to mix them to make sure they right, is Papa Was a Rolling Stone by the Temptations, right? Now look, here I am, 22, 23 years old, right? And I'm dealing with these people that have been in the industry for a long time.
Yeah.
So not only am I, a lot of times I'm the youngest person on the set, but then sometimes I might be the only black person too. In this case, I wasn't, but I'm just saying, like, I'm used to people trying to like size me up. Oh, you young, you black,
yeah, you
don't know what you're doing. So, lo and behold, he all over my neck, setting up, doing my thing, right? And we feel it. We feel it. We feel it. So look, I'm looking at a little bass knob, right? I'm playing that Papa Was a Rolling Stone. I got it booming. Doom, doom. I said, man, it was hitting like doom, doom. But I needed to be like doom, 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 doom. So I was like, man, what is it? I went to fool around with it. I said, oh, that bass, right? By this time, the white girls, they circling around doing whatever. By 9 o'clock in the morning, now I got that thing thumping. So much so, they out in the lobby. He come rushing down. He started looking. He said, man, what school did you go to? What school? You know what I told him? I said, so look, I'm sitting there. The video guy sitting right next to me. He said, what school did you go to? What school did you go to? I said, man, I went to Eardrum University. The video guy, cause he didn't realize it was a joke. He started busting out laughing. He said, Eardrum University. The white guy, he was like, I don't think I've ever heard of that. The video dude like, yeah, fool, cause it's not real. He was like, man, how do you know how to like? He said, man, it sounds like butter, man. It's like glue, man. Like, what did you do? And I said, man, you gotta turn up that bass, man. So I turned that bass up, but they tried to size me up. You feel me? Even him trying to G-check. What school did you go to? I went to whatever. Man. So it was a great experience, man. That was a dope time. Went down to New Orleans after that. Dude,
Big Easy, baby.
Dude, first of all, I didn't even know they was putting barbecue sauce on shrimp. What is this?
Baby.
We out to eat. They red snapper and gumbo and jambalaya. That's the appetizer. And they say y'all want yeah. I tried the alligator. I tried octopus. They said, hey, you want some oysters? I was like, no, I don't want no oysters. I'm good. They said, you want about some barbecue shrimp? I'm like, now look, I love shrimp. I love shrimp almost as much as I love salmon. Barbecue shrimp. What y'all talking about? I mean, they put barbecue on ribs.
No. Barbecue
shrimp.
Man, dude, look. I was hooked, man. I was hooked.
They had on a long toothpick?
Man, dude, I'm talking about we went out to a restaurant, man, and then the next day, the following day, it was a gas station. I'll never forget this. It was a gas station across from the theater. It ain't nothing more than like a Circle K quick trip, so up here, we got the crunchy chicken. You go to the Circle K, they got the little crunchy chicken in the little restaurant that be attached to the gas station. But you really don't be hitting on nothing. It's just like if you're a truck driver
you should know this.
Listen, right?
Easy.
We just moving. You feel me? We just moving how we moving. And see, at that time, COVID was just happening. So it was coming in waves. It was like, we'll leave a city. Damn, they shut down. All right, well, at least we were there.
Y'all got about it though.
They said, man, y'all take, we got a message. We loading in New Orleans. I'll never forget. We took everything out the truck. Had to go all the way around. It was so awkward trying to get the truck in and load it up and all that. Got everything out the truck. We seen a message come through for Broadway. Now, this is like a local traveling. But Broadway, that's up in New York. That's stuff like Hamilton, all that stuff that's big time, big deal. We see a message. All Broadway productions shut down due to COVID. So that's like us being in the G League, and then they say all NBA games shut down.
Yeah.
We like, oh, shit.
You already know what's coming. Yeah, you already know what's coming next.
So here come the director. Hey guys, don't lift another finger. Everybody drop what you got going on. Everybody take a 15. We're going to wait to see what's going on. So we take a 15, we walk across the street to the gas station. Shrimp po' boy, $8. $8.
Oh, yes.
I say, man, I'm hungry, yeah. And I got some voodoo chips.
Ooh, not the voodoo.
Man,
Not the voodoo.
I tell you what, I almost finished that thing in the store.
Not the voodoo.
Dude, it was so good, man.
Oh yeah.
It was off the chain. Came back, they was like, yeah, man, like they gonna shut it down. So we was supposed to go from New Orleans to Memphis. See, I've been to Memphis once before, but we was, man.
I know you wanted at Memphis.
Man, because we was,
Memphis.
we gotta realize, okay, so let me paint the picture for you. Every weekend, we in a different city. Thursday, they'll fly me out. Monday, I'm catching a flight back in Atlanta. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, live life. Thursday, I'm catching another flight. So I done did this about 4 or 5 times. I'm living, boy, and I'm not union, but they paying me like I'm SAG or like I'm union. You know, the Actors Union and the SAG is the Screenwriters and the Actors Guild. So they got all these different, like at 6 o'clock when it's time to take a break, they don't care if you up changing the light in the ceiling. You come down. Because if you work at 6:01 and somebody's working, they are obligated to pay you. So they say, hey, y'all, in 5 minutes, put everything down. And you like, yeah, 5 minutes. Okay, cool. I just finished this up. We'll go on break. They like, hey, yo, it's time to go. I'm like, no, let me just say, nope. Don't tell me nothing. And that food, man, craft services, they tell me, they say, hey, man, don't go overboard with craft services. This food is really good. I'm like, man, they like, man, no, the food will give you the itis. I'm saying, man, I'm from the South, man. The itis is my cousin. What you talking about, man? They said, all right, now. I go down there, right? Now, keep in mind, this production has already been going on. I'm coming in new. So, again, I'm fresh. I ain't the only black person. I ain't the only young person. But I'm fresh. So, I go in. They sitting down at the little tables and stuff. I ended up sitting down right next to the marketing, like, guru of the whole production. Ended up sitting next to him just talking about the food. Because I didn't really know, except for my 2 homies, I didn't really know nobody like that. Man, they poured out fried salmon, tilapia, cabbage, grits, honey rolls, salad, $1,000 dressing, Caesar salad. So I see this. I say, oh, man. Oh, man. So I lean back. I say, man, what you gonna put in your first plate? He say, first plate. He said, what's your name? I say, my name's Lorenzo. He said, Lorenzo, we only have 45 minutes. What do you mean, first plate? I said, hey, man. Let me tell you
just
something.
don't know, boy. You don't know, man.
But I didn't know, so I get talking with him and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, man, I'm doing the whole marketing and everything. And folks coming up to me like, man, you got a lot of guts to just go up and talk to him like that because they knew who he was. Yeah. So if you hip to the politics, it's like it's like a law order. Like if something go wrong with your job, you wouldn't go to your boss, you would go to your supervisor. Yeah. So that's like they looking at me like, dog, you went to the top, like. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know. I was just, but he was rocking with, I'm just being real and straightforward. So it showed me like young, old, black, white. If you just straightforward and good energy, it's cool, you know. And, we ended up getting shut down in New Orleans, came back, and then COVID hit. COVID hit and it shocked the whole world.
No, man. It did, man.
You know, but that was a great experience to be around those people, the Brad, Lil JJ, Keisha Knight Pulliam. Juice Adora was originally a part of the cast. She broke her foot or something crazy like that on stage. She got replaced with someone else. But Leon from the Temptations movie and all that. Like, like they ain't come to see you, Otis.
David Ruffin.
Man, he's
what's up, though, man?
Yeah, man. He's,
man, I know that was a great experience.
It was a great experience, man. It was really dope, man. Just seeing
the entourage. Again?
Oh yeah, in a heartbeat.
I know you would.
In a heartbeat.
Have they started back yet?
Well.
Or have you had any communication with them
I have, but it was one of them things like you trying to plan around a pandemic that you don't. So like and
because I know March, a lot of things starting to open it back up now.
Right, but see, we almost like a year and a half, some change, like almost really getting ready to be some real significant time under this COVID timeline. So when that happened in March. In April, it's easy to say, yeah, September, we're going to open back up. But then August rolling around, it's like,
it's even worse than March.
So, but see, just from a business standpoint.
Now they said it's back now, even worse.
They took a hit because, with the theater world, just how it goes.
A lot of things.
It's like a lot of back end situations. It's a lot of back end money. So like theaters, they'll pay you, and then they'll take a percentage out of the ticket sales. So if you say, hey, I'm guaranteed to sell this many tickets, okay, cool, we'll work something out, boom, 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 and then you get your money back on the back end, or they'll advertise. So imagine putting up 6 to 8 months of premium advertisement, radio, advertisements, TV advertisements, you know, billboards, flyers, and then you can't use them.
Yep.
So then it was another thing like, yeah, we want to get it back going, but then I just lost my money
doing all that,
and I didn't know about the pandemic. Do I want to lose my money again? And I know that this pandemic,
take a chance,
it just
up and down.
So a lot of people just you know,
just waiting, still
just waiting,
patient.
You know. So it just made me hit the ground running again and get back to what I was on my everyday. You know?
Do you feel like messing up your knee was kind of like a blessing? Cause by putting you in the predicament, the situation in it. Because you think if you wouldn't messed up your knee, you probably would have been somewhere else.
Yeah, most definitely. I would have been touring as an actor.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a tough question, man, because I had my own little personal conversation with God about that. You know what I'm saying? To be real with you, I was angry, man.
I know you was.
I was so angry, man. Y'all know I used to be the little chubby one. They used to try to pick on me because I was pale and I had my little glasses. And look now,
Still do.
but look. Now I done grown up, got my beard, got up. I was in shape. I'm doing music. Everybody happy for me. I was in a really good space, and then that happened, and it kind of just took me. I was like, dang, man, it just took me back a little bit because I'm like, hey, I ain't doing wrong by nobody. I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I'm just doing me and you know, getting used to this.
I know that feeling, man.
And then it's like, God, why would you do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Like I really had that moment where it was like, man, you know. And then you know, I wear my pride and my ego right here and chip on the shoulder. I give you the shirt off my back, but I'm still gonna stand tall with what I got going on. So it really hurt me because it was like, dog, like I'm used to being somebody that's on the move. I'm networking. I'm a social butterfly. I'm at the studio. Then I'm over here at the film studio. Then I'm over here at another studio. Then I'm making beats. Then now I can't walk. Now I gotta ask somebody to give me some ice and some salt. And can you refill this for me? And they gonna do it because they love you. But they get tired of that too. And then they always say beggars can't be choosers. You put too much ice in my cup. Well, deal with it. You know, you had all that going on. So I had to slow down because I feel like that humbled me. That humbled me. I think
that a lot of situations like that will humble
it will humble you
and make you strong.
And most definitely. A whole lot stronger. A whole lot stronger.
That's what I said. Everybody need to go through that.
Mentally,
you got to go through because everybody gonna fall. It's just how you, like you say, how you climb back up out of that hole.
Yeah.
And you know, it was one of the things where it was like a physical situation. It helped me mentally and spiritually. It's crazy how that all correlate like that. Like this is a situation in the flesh, but I'm dealing with it in my mind and in my spirit. So I'm sitting here in the flesh, I'm broken. Physically, I'm broken. But that don't mean my mind got to be broken. That don't mean my spirit got to be broken by this situation. So I had a lot of time to think and reflect. I realized why I was working so hard to prove all these things to myself, these 4 years done went on by. And now these experiences are nothing but memories that I've never reflected on.
Great movie.
You know what I'm saying? That I've never reflected on. Then it's like, okay, you know what? I need to be grateful for my family. I need to be grateful I still have my health. I need to be grateful that I had a successful surgery. I had to be, you know what I'm saying? So it just flipped my whole switch because I ain't gonna lie, when I had shed that weight and I got in the gym and I'm on a scholarship and and I'm young and I'm black and I'm educated and all that, like it kind of got to that point to where
you
it
ain't
was like,
black, but we understand.
You can't, but it's like you can't tell me nothing. The proof is in the pudding.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So quite naturally, if that's a feeling that I've been chasing this whole time, wanting people to like me for me, wanting people to like my music, wanting people to like the things that I'm doing, and now I have it, that's like giving a broke nigga money. He ain't never had it before. You give a nigga that's struggling right now, you give him $1 million, he gonna act a plumb fool.
Acting like a nigga that ain't never had it.
Even if he got sick. You know what I'm saying? Like just being real.
That was Juvenile said.
Just being real. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of happened. Like I hit that real big glow. And everybody was just drawn to me. It was just like some type of, you know, and I feel like God humbled me before I made the wrong decision. One, and two, to let me know like, hey, this is not a bad feeling to have, but you need to be able to control it.
Yeah.
You need to be able to control it. So when I was hurt, you know, that was a big thing, my image. You know, all these women coming back, oh wow, you done lost weight. Let's hang out. Let's do this. They trying to kick it and chill and all this other stuff.
One or two of them. To all these different women. Look, I'm trying.
Hey, man.
We ain't gonna say that.
Hey, but for real, you got all this going on, and then being on stage as an actor. You know what I'm saying? You have to look the part, and you have to have the technique and stuff like that. So getting roles, you know what I'm saying? And then I was running in like different marathons and stuff like that. So being on stage as a rapper, you gotta have that stamina. All that was in point. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. So it just gave me this chip on my shoulder, like, oh, I got it. I'm him. I got it. To which I still feel like that. I'm still confident, but I'm just disciplined now because it's like, okay, what are you gonna do if you don't have this image? I feel like I was relying too much on my image. I was living too much in the flesh instead of just when I was the fat chubby kid that everybody wanted to pick on and wanted to talk about because I had my glasses or whatever the case was. I was good in the spirit. I showed love regardless. I showed love. Mentally, I was ahead of my class. But I was worried about what was going on in the physical, in the flesh. So I finally got the flesh. I finally got the women that was attracted to me and wanted to do all this stuff. I finally had the good paying job. I finally had the people giving me the attention. I finally had my music doing all this stuff. But it's all in the flesh. To where God say, okay, you had your fun in the world, but if you take your eyes off me for too long, I'm going to remind you what's going on. And that's all it was. You know what I'm saying? But it took me having to be in a wheelchair for 6 months and having to learn how to walk again. And learn how to trust myself. You gotta learn how to trust God through all that to realize, okay, this is what's really making me stronger.
You boy preaching, man.
I'm just being real.
Hey, no, real. I ain't being funny, but I'm being preaching. You preaching it good. That's what you want. When somebody preaching, when I say somebody preaching, that mean they telling good.
Church.
Yeah, they taking you where you need to be. Getting you where you need to be in your spirit, man. Huh?
So just being able to turn it around, man.
Don't be Reverend do wrong. You do right.
Do right. Huh? Ride low, good love.
Leon, man.
Yeah, so it's just a blessing, man. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's a major
That's why I asked that question, because a lot of people, I know people that went through situations where they said, man, it wasn't nothing but God. It might be look like, you know what I'm saying, it might be in a bad situation, but it wasn't nothing but God blessing me in the inner world, because I would have went a wrong direction if I would. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you said, everything meant for you. It's gonna happen,
and it's gonna happen at the right time too.
Well, you might think, oh man, like you said, you be down on your horse, mad, upset about the situation, but just gotta say, man, what's gonna happen, man. Just stay positive, stay humble, man. Just keep pushing, man. Like I said, you gonna fight or you gonna fold.
And you know what's crazy too, cuz man, it just seemed like I had the whole world in my corner, but when that happened, man. That corner got so small, man.
Ooh.
I ain't just talk about the women,
it'll filter people out.
It just filtered, man. It was so crazy, man. When you got good energy, or you got something going for you, or you the life of the party, or you talented, you gonna make. That's a magnetic pull. People want to be around that, especially if folks want to live through your experiences. So I had a lot of that going on with folks just around, but I didn't care. I'm doing my thing. You feel me? But they want to rely on you. They want to ask you for a favor. They want to, you know what I'm saying, you to lend a helping hand because you able. Now, I'm in a wheelchair. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally in a wheelchair. Who can I call on? And that list, it got so small. It got so small, so fast. And it just reminded me who was really in my corner from the start.
That's real.
Yep.
So you got all these people saying they rock with you. Put your money where your mouth is. Actions speak louder than words. So all them people, all that vanity, all those people giving me that attention, all that, it didn't mean nothing. So God removed them people to show me, oh yeah, okay, you living in the flesh. Okay, these people is fickle and foul. They'll like you today and hate you tomorrow.
That's a good thing too, man. The filter out the people you don't need out your life, man. It takes situations like that to show who really there for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who gonna thug it out with you?
Yeah.
Like you said, people just want to be there when you winning.
When you up.
You know what I'm saying? But when you losing, they don't want to be there fighting with you to get back to the top. You feel me?
Fast. They'll be the same one that want the easy hand out.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man. So,
Get them a little taste.
Oh yeah, music. Hand me the.
Oh, you just played on that.
Oh, he's going straight in? Oh, okay. Go ahead, Clarence.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. DJ Snoop, man.
Talk to him.
Come on now. Come on now.
We got, what is this one? Tunnel Vision. Let me check this one out.
About RENNYONTHE1.
You got the. Let me see something.
You should just double click.
You got the volume right?
Uh-huh.
Tell this a black show here, boy.
We gonna edit it. What it really podcast, man.
Raw, uncut.
We keep it raw.
Raw, uncut, man.
Oh, snap.
You know.
Let's see if we got it right here. This might be it. Moving a little slow.
Yeah.
1965 behind laptop.
It's an
It's
HP.
all right. It's all right.
Help, please.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Oh, come on with it, man. I should have been had this up.
Now this, I do wonder. Tunnel vision. Yeah, it's that tunnel vision right here.
Okay.
Rennie on the one. I seen light at the end of the tunnel. We gon' make it off the strip for the muscle. See the length of your struggles. Don't determine who you are if you hustle. Swear to God, it's all part of the come up. I know that something is coming. All these blessings got my name on the back of them. And you can't take it from me, it's embedded in my packaging. Been rapping since way back then for so long. See, I was meant to be a star at the top, just like an asterisk. Music always served as a catalyst for me to find hope in all the shit I was battling. See, niggas gotta cope with all our everyday challenges and being held accountable for all of your actions when you still human, so you bound to make a few accidents. And that ain't your intention, but that is your reality. Now all of your decisions start affecting your family, and force-fed religion start to feel like it's damaging the path to inner spirit, but I'm still not panicking. I'm 10 toes down to the ground, no gravity. I'm feeling like the man again, and you just a mannequin. No ifs and buts or ampersands. Nigga, I seen light at the end of the tunnel. We gon' make it off the strip for the muscle. See the length of your struggles. Don't determine who you are if you hustle. Swear to God, it's all part of the come up. I know that something is coming. I seen light at the end of the tunnel. We gon' make it off the strip for the muscle. See the length of your struggles. Don't determine who you are if you hustle. Swear to God, it's all part of the come up. I know that something is coming. I wish that I could fight them battles for my mom and them. The profit from this music shit could solve all of our problems. Hieroglyphs written on the wall, see that's my prophecy. A prophet with a tendency to overlook his obstacles. So no, there ain't no stopping me. And no, you ain't offending me by saying you ain't feeling me. I know you can't get rid of me. You couldn't match the energy, nigga. I'm too sick. Check the symptoms, there's no remedies, nigga. I be the jack of all trades and I be killing these niggas. I'm in the lab all day cooking symphonies, nigga. I'm finna thrive off the pain that I've been feeling, my nigga. Look how far that I done came. It's been a minute, my nigga. I swear to God, I spent years on this shit. Cried tears on this shit. Lost homies, lost hoes, lost friends on this shit. Lost money, lost time, and then lost my mind. They can cut me with their eyes, but still I rise. Nigga, I seen light at the end of the tunnel.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit, young buck. Talk your shit.
Live from the backyard.
I know that something is coming. I seen light at the end of the tunnel. Strip for the muscle. See the length of your struggles. Don't determine who you are.
Let it know it.
Something for
It's
the
all
people.
part of the come up. I know.
Yes, sir.
Rennie on one.
Yes,
Tunnel vision, man.
sir, man.
Rennie on the one.
There we go, man.
Better talk to him, man.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, I like that.
That's
that
one of the
television.
beats you made.
Yeah. I flipped that Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah. That
Come
shit
on and go with me.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, that's okay,
not
man. It's talent. That's
Yeah,
talent at its
yeah,
finest, though,
yeah.
man.
Wow, that shit go hard.
man.
Respect,
Real
Love,
smooth,
man.
put you in the groove.
Respect,
You know,
man.
just something different, man. Just put people in that right little space.
Got to, man. Got to be different, man.
You know.
Man, that's nice. I like that, man.
I be up in the lab cooking up these sympathies.
Hey man, all of
no
the
remedies,
work,
man. No remedies, man.
Come on, man.
Man, come on.
Yeah, I like that song, boy.
That's
Yeah,
what's up,
man.
though, man.
That song come from a real place, man. Real place, just being focused, man, being tapped in and closing off all the distractions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man.
Oh, good, man. Oh, good, man. Let everybody know what you got up and coming, man.
Oh yeah. We just dropped the video for that song, Tunnel Vision. It's
Oh,
out there
my
on
gosh, about that
YouTube right now. You can go on YouTube and search Rennie on the One and look up Tunnel Vision, and you can check out this all dope, very dope HD 4K quality music video. You know, wrote the treatment for it. Brought in, you know, really dope crew to shoot the video.
Okay.
That's going up right now. Next single I'm gonna be dropping is Tapped In. Tapped In is gonna be really dope. I'm gonna release the visual for that, you know. So people just follow up with me.
Yeah.
Stay on the socials at Rennie on the One.
Okay.
RennieOnThe1.com launching again this summer. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So just y'all tap in with me, man.
Best believe it, man. We
Live from Bama backyard.
better know it,
on the
man.
road,
ATL
baby. Come on,
edition,
man.
shout it.
Come
It's a
on, man.
special edition, man.
Come on,
Long
man.
time coming right here, man. We gonna drop the video link in the comments on YouTube, and we gonna share it on the Facebook too. So man, make sure y'all. It don't take out number 10 seconds to share the video. If you don't even look at it, just share the video, man. Somebody else will, man.
Yeah.
You
And make
feel
sure
me?
y'all subscribe to our channel too on
Yeah.
YouTube and
Live-
Facebook.
live
Live
Bama.
That way.
Backyard.
Talk to him, man. Man, I appreciate you, man.
Oh,
Tell them they can listen to us on what we on Spotify.
Spotify, Google Cast,
Okay.
Apple Podcast, Podcast One, like all your podcasts.
We
Anywhere
on
the
them, man.
podcast can be found.
So
Yeah.
if you just, you know what I'm saying, sitting at the job and ain't got nothing to do, just throw us on, man, and check us out, man.
Man,
We got some
man.
dope. We got some dope artists we done had on there, comedians. You know what I'm saying? Just business people. We, you know what I'm saying? We have everybody on the show.
And y'all
man.
don't want to miss out the up and coming big artists that we got coming up.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk
You
to him.
already know.
Yeah,
What it
buddy.
is, man. Appreciate you, man, inviting
it's
us
love,
to
man.
your Icon Studio, man. Make sure
Icon
y'all,
Studio.
you and
It's a place to
ATL, man. Make sure y'all come in here, man.
Yeah, check
Support
it
these
out,
boys,
man.
man. He
Oh,
got
yeah.
quality,
Nice.
quality studio,
Nice.
great quality
Yeah,
studio,
so
man.
Nice.
Get your music right, man.
Come
And
get
holla
them
at my
blessings
boy
like I
Rennie
did.
on the one for your
Hey, man.
engineering, man.
Y'all need something
gonna
done,
get you
man.
right,
Holla at
man.
your boy, man. We gonna get you right, man.
Better
We'll
know
get you
it,
right.
man. Better know it, man. That's Icon Studios, man. We tell them where it's at.
Come on, man. Right here downtown Atlanta, man. Icon Studios,
Make sure
man.
y'all pull up on them, man.
Pull up on the kid, man. We gonna get you right. Holla at me.
Oh, yeah.
Holla at me for a mix too, man.
You got me
Holla at
fucked
me. Holla at me.
Better know it, man. You know how we do
And
it,
come get
man.
on blessing like I did.
Man, it's been a great interview, man. I appreciate
yeah.
you,
Pleasure,
man.
man.
Taking
For
that
real.
time, man.
It didn't even seem like that long, but
I know, right?
I told you, man. Once you get in here, get to talking, man.
Yeah, man.
been
Good
1 hour
vibe,
and
man.
26 minutes.
Goodbye, man. This how we do it.
Yeah, man.
This is live from Bama Backyard. I am Hackett, and this is
DJ Snoop.
we Rennie on the one, man.
Yeah,
You
boy.
know how-
Shout out to those at home listening.
Huh?
Shout out to those online watching.
Okay,
You
then.
know, make sure they feel us first,
You
man.
better
Oh,
know it,
yeah.
man.
Feel us.
You know how we do it, man. Black Lives Matter, RP month, free 5150.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the HBCUs, man. You know how it is. AS, motherfucking you. Turn up, man.
In that order. Oh yeah. We got somebody on the live. It's Mariah.
Probably so.
And say yeah, she commenting right now. Hell yeah, man. That was good.